Welcome, guys. Today I want to talk about your state because managing your state is truly power. Here's a simple, beautiful example of how your state creates your reality. Imagine you have a piece of chocolate and a carrot. If you feel, because state is really just another way of saying feel, if you feel guilty about yourself, which one of these actions do you think is going to be more likely to make you feel guilty about yourself? It's obviously going to be the chocolate. So what is a guilty person naturally going to probably do? Eat the chocolate. What is a worthy person going to do? And these are very simplified examples. Is a worthy person going to be more inclined to eating chocolate or eating carrots? And I love carrots, by the way. Probably the carrots. So my point with this example, because it's crazy simple, is to illustrate that these objects don't control you or don't do anything. It's your state, how you feel, and not necessarily about yourself always, although it is a big part of it, which is also called like the self-image, but also about your reality. If you feel guilty about something you've done, then what's going to happen is actions and objects and people are going to start appearing to reinforce this guilt. And on the other side, if you feel really worthy of yourself, then more things that are in alignment with you feeling worthy about yourself are going to show up, which means perhaps more money, perhaps success in business, in work, whatever you do, in health, in fitness. So what you have to understand is that eating chocolate isn't necessarily bad. It's only because you see eating chocolate as guilty that you are drawn towards it if you feel guilty about yourself. So, okay, let's really go crazy and imagine a different scenario. Let me actually just copy these two things and show you another example. And this is going to hopefully click because it's not just about these things. Let's say I actually turn these around. Let's say there's someone who didn't go to proper schooling about nutrition and doesn't have any idea about these two foods. Now let's say that this person believes that eating carrots is equal to guilt because they believe that carrots are filled with processed sugar and it's like a very chemical bad food. Now let's say on the other hand, this uneducated person thinks that eating chocolate is very healthy, it provides you with a lot of micronutrients that you essentially need to survive, and it's actually giving you a very conscious health boost. Now if this person, and I'm actually going to put worthy here to make the example right, if this person feels guilty, then listen up. What they're going to do is actually be drawn towards the carrots. So it might be quite strange, but it's really profound because it means that if this person feels guilty, they're going to invoke actions to reinforce the guilt. So part of this is eating carrots. If they genuinely believe that eating carrots is guilty, is like bad, then if they feel guilty, they're going to be drawn towards eating carrots. Actually, it's going to even cloud your vision to such a degree, and this is a beautiful eye, that the person who feels guilty probably doesn't even see the chocolate, or in this case, see the carrot, if it's right beneath them or right beside them. They just don't see it because they are feeling so guilty, and the subconscious is so powerful in this that they are drawn towards it like a magnet. Now, on the other hand, this is a really cool example. If this person feels worthy about themselves and they fundamentally believe that eating chocolate is feeling worthy, then if they feel worthy, guess what they're going to do? Eat the chocolate. But here's the crazy thing. Despite the fact that they eat the chocolate, so they actually physically eat it, they are still going to feel worthy. Which means that the actual, you could say things that are going to happen in the future are going to reinforce feelings of worthiness. So you could technically reprogram yourself to believe that eating chocolate is very worthy, and then you would be completely fine. Like the reason that people get fat from chocolate, there's obviously some physical reasoning to it. I mean, if you eat 5 kilograms of chocolate, you're definitely going to gain some fat. But I'm talking about the major problems that people experience with eating disorder, or not even disorder, but just eating habits, you know what I mean? is to do with the emotions, with the feelings, with the state. If you just eat a piece of chocolate and you think that it's making you feel worthy, then that's like legit. It can actually do that. It's like you can pretty much decide what you want these objects to do. Like if you decide that eating this carrot is going to make you money and you genuinely convince yourself to believe it, which I don't know how easy that is, but then I believe it would happen, because beliefs are so powerful that they can change your reality to such an extent. So I hope this example made sense, and let me just really quickly not try to destroy my computer here. But the main takeaway is that how you feel manifests in your reality. If you feel guilty, you're going to take actions which are guilty. You're going to engage in behaviors which are guilty. If you feel worthy, you're going to take actions that make you feel worthy. You're going to see things that make you worthy. You're going to surround yourself with people and things that make you feel worthy. So right now, just do a quick assessment of perhaps your work habits. Because one quick example for me, to be honest, is I was primarily eating, and that's exactly the reason why I used this example. I was actually primarily eating when I felt worthy enough to eat. So usually I have pretty, you could say, like disciplined habits. It's what I used to have. So I really did not feel worthy of eating when I just woke up. I really just felt worthy only after I went for a pretty intense workout. And this is not something that's like wrong or right, and this manifests differently for different people. But for me, because I did not feel worthy, which is something I discovered and I'm actually working on now, because I did not feel worthy, the action of eating, which I saw as guilty, which is not the case at all, the action of eating, which I saw as guilty, led to me first having to work out and only then, let me just flip this arrow around, having to first work out and only then eat. Because I saw the action of eating as something that required feelings of worthiness. Like you have to feel a little bit worthy to eat. That's what I had programmed in my mind. But really what is the problem is two things. The first thing is obviously your state. So in this case, my state, to make it personal, which is never a fun thing to do. Anyway, my state, which was a little bit guilty. This manifested in me having to first work out so I could feel a little bit worthy, so the guilt is kind of gone, and then I would allow myself to eat, because I saw myself, I saw eating as something that required worth to basically do. So I saw that you have to feel worthy to eat. Therefore, I had to do something to feel worthy because I didn't feel worthy at the time. So yeah, as I said, two problems. The first one is your state. First thing to fix. First, look on the inside and feel worthy. It doesn't even matter. Just feel worthy about yourself. Then immediately your actions are going to improve. Secondly, look at the outside world. So for example, with me, I saw eating as something that was in itself guilty. So if you eat without doing anything, I saw that as guilty. Like I saw it as a pleasure, something that, like even just eating carrots. I'm not even kidding. I saw that as something that's guilty. Now, what you have to do then is it says like, okay, is this true? Like, is it really true that I have to feel a certain amount of worthiness or otherwise eating is guilty? And it's obviously not true. So then the second thing to do after changing your state to feel worthy is to realign your beliefs about what is worthy or what is true. And I'm actually going to separate these a little bit so you can hopefully see it better. Okay. Yes, like this. So that's the second step. Assess your beliefs about things and change them if necessary. Because even though you might feel worthy, if feeling worthy to you means in your belief system that you have to like work 12 hours a day and you have to eat like extremely healthy food, then what's going to happen is you're going to set an extremely high bar for yourself that is not very sustainable and it's not going to be very nice. So what, in my opinion, is the best thing to do to have like you could say like an easy life almost and good results still, is to change your beliefs so that actions don't really need you to feel guilty or worthy. It's just something which exists. So rather just let go of the beliefs, let go of seeing 12 hours a day of work and healthy eating only that is worthy, like such a high bar, like only healthy eating, for example. let go of this high bar and just work on your own self-image and self-worth and feel worthy about yourself. That's pretty much the only thing you have to do. And now what's going to happen with time is, because you feel worthy in your self-image, then you're going to engage in actions and you're going to literally attract, I don't really like the word attract, but like you could say like resonate or materialize people and events that are going to reflect this feeling of worthiness. So the more worthy you feel, the more worthy action you take, the more worthy people, the more worthy events. And that's eventually going to dictate your results, which reinforce the beliefs you have about the world. And then this is going to pretty much be like this cycle. So once again, change your worthiness about yourself, change your state about yourself, and change the beliefs you have about the world, and this is kind of going to fix itself in the process. So I hope you understood the main point of this video. I hope I was able to convey it enough. It's definitely worth becoming aware of this. Like, what am I seeing in my reality? What kind of state is that a reflection of? Is it a state reflection of feeling guilty? Is it a state reflection of feeling shameful? Is it a state reflection of feeling maybe worthy, but not worthy enough as you would like? Just do a little bit of an investigation around it. And yeah, if you feel comfortable, share in the comments what you have discovered. If not, that's completely fine as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video for today, and looking forward to seeing you in any next videos where I share a bunch of these lovely insights. I hope you have an amazing day, and see you in the next one.